What's up, ladies, gents, boys and girls, and children of all ages? This is the Tough Runs Don't Last podcast. I'm Graham Powell on this screen. That's Michelle on the other. Say what's up, Michelle.
What's up, Michelle?
Well, you and I have a few things to talk about, specifically the race that we did yesterday, the Spring Fling 5K in my hometown of Cabot. Before we get started, let's give a quick shout out to our sponsor. Y'all know the drill by now. The Tough Runs Don't Last podcast is presented by Rhino Races. Rhino Races is a virtual race series that offers 5 different races: a 5K, 10K, half marathon, a marathon, and the one of a kind Rhino Ultra. You can sign up for one or all 5 of their races at rhinoraces.com. Run your race at your convenience, track it with your fitness app of choice, screenshot your results as proof of completion. Submit that screenshot to rhinoraces.com under the submit results section. Once your results are verified by Rhino Races staff, your award will be shipped to you by mail. Also, check out their gear section while you're there for t-shirts, wristbands, decals, and more. That's rhinoraces.com. Rhino Races is the premier virtual running series, and you can find us, the Tough Runs Don't Last podcast, on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow us on X, Instagram, and TikTok at TR Don't Last. Okay, so Spring Fling 5K. What number was this in the Grand Prix series? Six?
Six.
Sixth race? I'm gonna say I actually did. I got motivated last night. Did some laundry. I put my laundry away this morning, but in the process of that, I marked on the calendar that this was the fourth non-championship race I've completed. So I had to do the math as far as non-championship versus championship races that are in the Grand Prix series that have already taken place. In total, this is the sixth Grand Prix race in the Arkansas Grand Prix series out of 22 this year. Yeah, so six down. How many more to go, Michelle?
I don't know.
All right, just wanted to check your math skills there. Okay, 16 is the answer, by the way.
Okay.
All
I
right.
I don't know that I would have been right, but
What would your guess have been?
I was gonna say 18 just off the bat. Um, but that's wrong.
Close. Just close that loop, and you've got yeah, there's whatever. Okay, let's quit mathing and let's I'm only on copy cup of coffee number 2 right now. Um all right, so Spring Fling 5K. I did better than I thought I would. The last 5K I did competitively was the Valentine's Day 5K in the Grand Prix a month ago. I think it was a little over a month ago, and I think I came at 22 something, 51 maybe 50, somewhere in that range. And so I was thinking last year I came in at 22 and a half. I only got one run in prior this week. I got a run in on Wednesday, a training run. I planned to do another one Thursday, and then just life happened and was just unable to get that training run in. I guess I really could have if I wanted to, just wasn't able to. Um, Razorbacks were playing in the NCAA tournament, so I elected to do that instead of go for my training run. Worth it because they won, beat Kansas, by the way, and beat St. John's yesterday to go to the Sweet 16. Shout out to my Arkansas Razorbacks there. So I figured I'd come in around 22 and a half minutes Saturday, or maybe better. The weather was perfect for a PR type of day, if that's what you were going for. And I came at 22:03. I was surprised by that a little bit, um, just because I'm surprised, but not too surprised. But I was very happy with it. And I saw I got third in my age group, so that was cool. Got me a third place medal. So
Ooh,
for the age
fancy.
group. Yeah, so I was a little surprised to see I placed in my age group because it's a big race. There were 550 runners, my understanding. So big turnout. Great day for a race, though. Man, I mean, it ended up being a beautiful day.
Oh, absolutely.
But not long after I realized I came at 22:03, I said it to you and I
Yeah.
felt it. I was kind of irked by that. And I was that close to a sub 22. And I've done that before. In 2018, I got my PR at least. Well, I guess it was my PR because I didn't run a 5K in high school competitively. But I came in, my PR in the 5K is 21 minutes 52 seconds. I did that at the Great Duck Race in Stuttgart in 2018, which was mid to late November. And I was in pretty good shape then. And I felt good, and the course is straight. It's straight as an arrow, it's a down and back. So you do have to turn around, but there is a loop, like a pretty long loop that you turn around. So it's not like a quick turnaround where you just have to boom, cut around the cone or something. You can just loop around what's looks like the end of a cul-de-sac, and then you just turn around, you come back, and that's just a straight shot to the finish line. And Stuttgart, super flat as a flat line, much like Lone Oak, like where we're from, and so makes for great duck hunting, set farming, etc. And PRs and a 5K apparently. But I came close, but that wasn't the goal going in. But I'm still a little irritated by it, but still pretty happy with the day. What were your thoughts on the race, Michelle? Your experience, etc.
I really like it. So, I did it last year. This is my second year. It was just as well organized. I have a love-hate relationship with that course. You disagree, but there's a hill, and you say that it is not a hill, but there's a hill, and it's right at the beginning that you go down the hill. And so you're like, this is nice. I'm going down this hill, getting some speed, and then you realize that you have to come back up that hill at the end. And so you are 2.5 miles in, and then there's this hill. And it is one of those deceiving hills. And I don't understand how you don't understand that it's a hill. I hate it.
Steady incline up. See, in Cabot, that's really the only hills you get unless you go over by the high school. And there's this I can't remember what they call it. We're doing the run walk clinic there. We're going to do some stuff there, but there is kind of a straight shot uphill. Like it's a legitimate hill that I'm excited about using. Believe it or not, I like hills. I view it just as a weakens my opposition. So I embrace them, and that way it's a mental thing. So I've just tricked, and plus living and training in Northwest Arkansas for as long as I did, you kind of get used to it to an extent. So that kind of carried over with me when I came back here. So at least I've just told myself that. So I don't mind them as much. I don't see it as a hill. Again, living in Northwest Arkansas for a pretty good while, I know what a hill is running up. Doing the 5K race in Eureka Springs back when they had it, the Eurekan, where you're running a 1/4 mile up like this.
That's a
A hill.
mountain. That's a mountain.
Yeah, I did that race 3 times and could not run the entire thing. Could not run up. I had to stop and walk like at a certain point. That's a hill. So I do not see that as a hill, but it does slow you down. Yes, it does slow you down. But let me ask you this: would you rather that hill be at the very beginning or at the end like it is currently?
I would prefer it to be like flipped, where you go uphill at the beginning and downhill at the end. Like get a little bit of extra speed at the end. And I get that they give you that because the cool thing about this race, for those of you that have never done it, you actually finish on like the high school track. So you come down this really steep incline to get onto the track, which is dangerous for people like me who break my foot walking. So I tend to walk down that because I don't want to fall. But so you do gain a little bit of speed before you get onto the track, which is nice. However, it does, like, you're slowed down just before that because you're coming up that hill. But I still did
Yeah,
well yesterday. I looked at my time from last year comparatively. And so last year I finished in 43 minutes and 16 seconds. And this year I finished in 41 minutes and 47 seconds. So,
So improvements by both of us. Yeah, you came in faster to the point that I didn't even see you go by, and I was standing at a perfect spot to where I could see everybody uh, hitting their kick. Because you finish on the track, you come down this hill, like from the street, you come down this hill that goes onto the track. That's by the field house there for the football team, and then you do essentially what three
almost 3/4.
yeah
Almost.
of 400 of a full loop around the track, 400 meters, and you finish that way, and which I think is really neat. And
Mhm.
where I stood, you see that final
200-meter.
yeah, give or take, if that even
Yeah,
probably
probably 150.
yeah, probably about 150. So I was in a great spot to see everybody come in, and I was talking to my buddy Steve from Murfreesboro, and so because we're kind of the same speed, and we pretty much ran together yesterday, and so I was just shooting the breeze with him and another guy named Alan who's really fast. Um, and then I just missed you. I missed you coming in, and then I looked at the clock, and it was like 48 minutes at that point. I'm thinking she's either not doing well or something's going on. And so I went to we eventually they said they were gonna get food. I had already gotten food. I was like, I'm gonna go find my friend Michelle. And then I couldn't find you. You just vanished. You completely vanished. I'm still convinced you just left. Like you just made it a point to go hide somewhere.
No.
Because what's funny is um the girl that passed you at the
Oh,
very which
I'm
is still
so
funny,
I'm bitter about this.
which is still funny to me. I saw her. I saw her finishing, but I did not see you. So I'm guessing she just really turned it on and then just passed you at the very end, which is still funny to me. It's a great photo, by the way, because I see the look on your face of that grit of trying to get it out and beat this girl that's passing you at the very end. It's a great picture.
Uh,
Um,
we might share those on Instagram. We'll of course give photo credit to I think it's like Coker Fit Photography. But we might share those so that people can see
Coker
what
photography,
happened.
yes, they take some pretty good photos at races. They got a rare one of me in stride. I don't take good running photos. I don't know. I just don't. They just hit me at the wrong times. I have like T-Rex arms in a lot of the pictures. It's weird. But I had one that was a pretty good stride one I was happy with. So shout out to them. Coker Photog I think it is Coker Fit Photography. Either way, Coker Photography. They do a great job. Uh, but yeah, I could not find you for ever. I assumed you were by your car and like in your. I thought I was going to walk up and you were going to be in your car crying because you were hurting or something.
No.
And nope, I went twice. You weren't there. And then fortunately, this guy I know, Dave, was he was. I thought he was leaving. I said, "You out of here?" He's like, "I'm going to the awards." And I was like, I thought, oh, I could think to go look in there. Fortunately, he said that because I didn't even think to go look in there. And then sure enough, I walk in and there you are, just chilling. And
Well,
I
I was
couldn't call you
no.
because you okay, you let me backstory. I live probably it's a 3 minute drive to like from where I live to where the race was yesterday. So I volunteered at Packet Pickup Friday because it's being a cruiser, it's our event. So I went and helped out there. Another reason I went was like, okay, I can get my packets early for everybody, you, me, and my mom. My mom got the flu, so she couldn't run, but I was like, I'll still get her packet so she can get her shirt. Um, so I did that. So you came to my place to basically get your stuff, and then we just rode there together because it was essentially, I mean, it's not on the way, but you meet me, get your stuff, and then boom, it's a 3 minute drive, and we're there. So I had my phone with me, but I don't run with my phone or anything. So I just left it in the car. And of course, you had the keys to your car. So I had no way of getting in touch with you. So I just walked around like an idiot for an extra, I don't know, 45 minutes maybe after the race. So couldn't find you. What did you do when you crossed the finish line?
So I crossed the finish line and I like turned around and walked across the bleachers and I had to go to the bathroom. And I had seen you when I ran by. So I knew you were on the fence. And so I was like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, I'm gonna come out and I'll go say hi. When I came out, you were gone. Like you were not at the fence anymore. So I was like, well, I'm gonna go get some food, get a Gatorade. And then I just sat down and I sat on the wall of like the concession stand where anybody who walked by was gonna see me, but I never saw you. The next time I saw you was in front of the auditorium for the awards. Never saw you again.
Yeah, we must have just missed each other. Now, did when you went to the bathroom, was it one or two?
One.
Okay, I only asked because one takes a lot more time than the other.
It
All
does.
right, so yeah, we just missed each other
Yeah.
apparently because I don't know because it wasn't long after I saw the younger girl who's in our run club, Pat. Or I only say that because she passed you at the very end, so y'all
Mhm.
finished at the same time, and I distinctly remember seeing her. Um, it wasn't long after that that I did leave to go look for you.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So it whatever. It happened. We eventually found each other
Yeah.
and I was able to I could have easily walked home, but then I would have had no way of getting into my house, etc. Yeah. You had all of the power yesterday.
I
Uh
did.
we did have a new addition. We did have finisher medals this year. I don't know if you
Yeah.
have yours, but a
I
wooden
don't.
finisher medal. Got mine just on a little lanyard here.
Mhm.
Just a cool little wooden medal for everybody to have. I got enough of these that that's not even. There's really only one race I do for the medal, and that's Little Rock. That's the Little Rock Marathon. So it's not a, like I like medals. The medals are cool and all that. Especially, it's mainly if you surprise me with how nice of a medal it is. Like I always like the thicker ones, like Run the Line has medals that I always really like. Um, but Little Rock is really the only race I do for the medal at this point. But either way, I like that that was an addition. We
We
both,
also got really cool shirts.
yes, I'm wearing mine. I guess I'll try to stand up here a little bit. See, I've got the sunlight coming in. This time of day, I don't have blinds or anything in here. So that I've really, and you can't, it's funny because I've had to angle my computer in the one spot of my room where I've got nothing on the wall. Like you can see my college degree, like or the frame in the corner right here. I've got it up, but like my running trophies are right there. You'd think that'd be a great backdrop for this, right? Don't have it pictured because there's just too much of a glare and I've got too much stuff in the way to where it won't work. This is really the only spot where I don't have just a big glare. But that's what the shirt looks like. I don't. This light doesn't do it justice, but it's a awesome shirt. It's a shitty, is what I heard Courtney and them call it on the news when they were promoting the event. So this is my first time wearing it. I put it on just for the show, but man, really comfortable shirt.
It's soft. I think the hood on like a shirt is kind of unnecessary, but I like it. So,
I love it. Absolutely love it.
um, but yeah, it's soft. I like it. It's a good shirt.
I'm just a big fan of hoodies also.
I like that
And
they do long sleeves because last year they did a black long sleeve. This year it's a red long sleeve. I like the sleeves.
but this isn't a textile shirt.
Yeah.
It's like your soft style
Team
t-shirt
shirt.
thing. But it's like I love that it's thin because I'm very hot natured. So I'm only rocking a hoodie if it's cold out. Like my hoodie's pretty. I'm not gonna say it's done. It's Arkansas. We can have some winter days. between now and the start of May.
Mhm.
I'm not going to say the hoodie's retired for the season, but this is a really nice one to have, especially this time of year. Like yesterday, you and I went for a cool down walk or just around my neighborhood
Mhm.
because it was a gorgeous day,
Yeah.
and this would be a great shirt to wear for something like that, or going out to a Trabs game, like a ball game, um, or, before summer hits. Great shirt for that.
Yep.
Big fan of the shitty.
Yes.
Is
It's
the
very
name growing on you, shitty?
it it just makes me think of other things, so I don't like that, but it's a very nice shirt.
What does it make you think of?
It's not important.
Is it a dirty thing?
It's not dirty.
Okay. Well, I don't know I really don't know what you're talking about.
That's okay.
A shitty. And it's not something dirty.
It's
Dirty.
not dirty. No.
Then why can't you say it?
Well, because I don't know if we can cuss.
We
Like,
can do what we want. It's our show. All right. Okay. Michelle's about to curse. Okay. Now say
it
it.
just it starts with like shit to me. Like, and I don't like it.
It's two O's. Shitty.
I understand that.
But it sounds like shitty is what you're saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I was gonna say it's our show. We can do whatever we want. I don't want to drop any f bombs or anything on the show. I mean, it's just come on, let's keep it classy here. But yeah, that's okay. I think. But okay, yeah. Overall experience with the race, A plus,
Mhm.
same as last year. I'm surprised I didn't do this race even before I joined the cruisers, just because I don't know, because there was a point I did a lot of 5Ks for whatever reason. I never did Spring Fling until last year, but I'm glad I did. 10 out of 10 experience for me. Not just saying that, just as a cruiser. The food after, awesome. Um, I got me. I didn't get a lot. I didn't want to completely cancel out everything I had just done. Got an orange slice, which I feel orange slices always hit different during or after a run. I like oranges anyway, but after or during a run, 10 times better. It's just something about it, even better. Got me a banana. I got like a mini Jack in the Box looking taco. Never had Jack in the Box, but I know that they have that one kind of taco. You
Yes.
roll your eyes. Why
They're
don't you roll your
so good. That was like a
Okay.
I wish we had a Jack in the Box. I love their mini tacos.
Well, Texarkana has one, and I almost before leaving Texarkana, I almost went to Jack in the Box because I've never had Jack in the Box.
They are, if you've never had them, they're not good. I feel like it's one of those things that it's like Waffle House,
Me
um,
not. Okay, continue.
where you tend to Waffle House is best when you've maybe had a little bit to drink or you had a long night or something like that. Like that's when Waffle House really hits. And I feel like that's when Jack in the Box tacos would also really hit. However, I have the taste buds of a 6-year-old. And so I think they're great. They're wonderful. There's nothing special about them. It is meat and cheese and a crispy, it's a soft shell, but it's crispy, like it's been fried. So good.
I saw a guy make them on YouTube one time. I think what they do is they take some like pinto beans and they blend it like with the meat. It's like a real like um quick blend together,
Mhm.
and then they put it on that tortilla. It's like a corn tortilla, and then there's some oil, like they put some oil on like the flat top, and then they just kind of give it a quick fry there on the flat top each side. I
So
think
good.
with cheese and stuff. I think that's how they do it.
Yeah.
Yes, they're very popular. But this was a mini version of that, and it was good, but it had been sitting out for a while because, of course, it had to. So it wasn't as good as it would have been just right out of the pan or oven or however the heck they cooked it. Um, I had a cake ball that was delicious. I saved one for you, but then I couldn't find you, so I had to toss it. Um, that's what it was. But yeah, food was good. I did get me a Marco's slice of pizza. Or Marcos was there. Marcos. I said Marcos. I went to school with a guy named Marcos. So that's how that came out. But yeah, Marcos had a table, and I walk up and they say, "Hey, what kind of piece of pizza? We got cheese, sausage, and pepperoni." I was like, "Well, since it's breakfast, I'll have sausage." And they thought that was funny. And so they were like, "One or two?" And I was like, "Just one. I don't want to completely cancel out everything I had just done." They also thought that was funny. I was a comedian over at the Marcos table. But yeah, good pizza and yeah, good experience overall. Award ceremony. You can't have a better venue than our award ceremony. We're in the Fine Arts Auditorium of Cabot High School, so we're sitting in a theater in these comfortable theater chairs, just waiting on, yeah, just I guess my award and to see if we won something.
Which
Um,
we did. We both did, just like last year.
yes, you. I really liked yours. I used mine I didn't use mine until the end of this year, right before it expired. It was a free car wash from Splash here in town. You had what, a $25 gift card to Seven Brew?
Last year, that's what I won. Yeah. It was awesome. I was very happy with that. This year I did not get a seven brew. We got called towards the end this year, so we had limited options to choose from. Um, and I don't know if I'm actually going to use mine, but we'll see.
What did you get? Oh, the was it a
I
free tire
I
rotation?
got the free tire rotation. Because I mean that is expensive at where I go. Like it's another extra $100 added on to my
What?
oil change. Yeah. So
$100 for a tire rotation?
yeah.
Yeah, you're
So
getting robbed.
so it could save me some money this year when it's time. Because it
That's
doesn't
crazy.
expire until December. So
The tire rotation is included in my oil change where I go. It's included.
it is
So
not.
it's for free, basically.
Well, the tire rotation is it's the balance and alignment that costs money.
Okay, we can talk about that more off the air. All right, but yeah, point is you got that. I got a free Think coffee, which I used yesterday. I had to go to Lone Oak to get my mower, and on the way, there's a Think coffee like little trailer, and I stopped and I used it. I got an iced caramel macchiato, and it was very good. I hit the spot because I was very drowsy yesterday. I was tired. I got a pretty good amount of sleep the night before the 5K, of almost 6.5 hours, which is great for me the night before a race. Problem is I don't sleep much during the week just because of my job and everything else I have outside of that. But so by the time Friday rolls around, I'm exhausted. But 6.5 hours the night before a race is pretty great. I was, but yeah, I was still pretty tired by the end of yesterday because we had a busy morning and really afternoon too. And I had a very emotional afternoon yesterday watching the Razorbacks beat number two St. John's, or number two seed St. John's. That was, yeah, I went through a roller coaster of emotions yesterday afternoon during that game. Yeah, I'm a Hog fan, Hog alum, so it's what it is there. Big sports fan. But yes, Spring Fling 5K, awesome as usual. 10 out of 10 for me. What's your score on it?
I'm gonna have to take one away for the hill. So I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10.
I like the hill, so I'm going to change my score to an 11 out of 10 just because of the hill. I like the addition. I like that the hill is at the end, and so
Yeah.
I'm going to take your point that you took away, and I'm going to add it to mine.
I
So
don't think
20,
you can do that though.
it's our show, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
parts host of the show. So I'm making up the rules as I go. So 20 out of 20 experience from us, Graham and Michelle, combined scores. on the Cabot Spring Fling 5K.
It's not
So
how it works.
yes, it is. Awesome job as always, everyone involved there. Okay, so what's next for you and I? We got a little bit of time to talk about what's next.
My next race is the Wildcat Extra Mile. It's in a couple of weeks. So
April 5th.
April 5th. Yep. So
It's
that's
on a
my next.
Saturday in
Yes.
Searcy.
Yes. The next Grand Prix race is the Capital City Classic 10K though, but I do 5Ks and below.
Okay, yeah. Um, Wildcat Extra Mile is also a Grand Prix race, but what you're saying is the next race or the next Grand Prix race coming up is the Capital City Classic 10. Yes, that is next Saturday. I will not be doing that one. This will be the first Grand Prix race of the year that I will not be at. I have a pacing gig that day in lovely Fayetteville, Arkansas. That is Saturday, March 29th. That is the Time to Patty half marathon. It's a 5K, 10K, and half marathon. I'll be one of the pacers for the half marathon there. I will be the 2 hour. I actually don't remember which one I'm pacing. I'm gonna have to go back and look. I have a lot of pacing gigs, so okay, I'm gonna check that as I'm looking this up. But the following day, so next Sunday, March 30th, I will be pacing the 2 hour 15 group for the Fort Smith half marathon. So they're having the Fort Smith half marathon and marathon next Sunday, March 30th. But I will be pacing the half in the 2 hour 15-minute group. So pacing gig back to back days. First time I will be doing that. And I'm going to be doing that, I think, at least 5 times this year.
Oh,
Yeah, so I'm pretty excited about that. I've I signed myself up. I booked myself for another weekend in October, nearly mid-October to do that. The spooky sprint. I'll be doing the Fayetteville and North Little Rock one back to back days then too. So yeah, I'm excited about it.
that is not something that I could do physically. Um my body, I'm sore today from just doing a 5K yesterday. So I could not do two halves back to back. And like in a couple weeks, it's the Hog-Eye weekend basically, where a lot of people do the half on Saturday and the 10K on Sunday. And that's also too much for me. Could not do that either. So more power to you.
I wasn't sure how it would go the hog eye last year, and I actually had really good days both days. At the time, it was a PR for me at the time in the hog eye half. I came in at 151. I got to give my brother a lot of credit for that because he essentially paced me he ran it too, and he could have run it faster, but he hung with me because he wasn't doing the Grand Prix. He didn't have really anything on the line, so he just paced me. I said, "Yeah, I can get a PR," and he's like, "All right, let's get a PR." And then he ran with me the whole time, but I was able to keep that pace essentially because of him those last few miles. So I came at 151 and change. Um, and then I came in at 48 minutes and something the next day in the 10K. So I just wanted to sub 50, see if I could, and I did, and it went well. I'll be pacing the 2 hour 20-minute group Saturday in Fayetteville for the Time to Patty half. I saw the medal, really liked the medal. I liked last year's shirt. This is a Bodies Racing Company race, and I'll be pacing for Beast Pacing. Brought the hat here for them. Yeah, you did a full turn away for that game.
Sorry.
It's all good. But yeah, so first of many back to back, or several, more than several back to back pacing gigs for me this next weekend that I'm excited about. Which reminds me, I need to book my room for Portsmouth. I have a place to stay in the Fayetteville area. Obviously, I can just crash at family member's house. Probably my brother, considering he will be pacing the 2 hour group. He'll be one, which we have a full, we have a full number of pacers for this one. So I'm very excited about that. So Northwest Arkansas has done a good job growing its number of pacers. I'm trying to help boost that number in Central Arkansas. Central Arkansas is not there yet. We need more pacers for events like this. So I know some of my runner friends are listening. Come join us in Central Arkansas. Use it as a training run. It's a heck of a way to get a training run. You get a medal and shirt after, and your race is essentially comped as a pacer. So, no reason not to, as far as I'm concerned, unless you got anything else going on or something else going on. But yeah, that's what's next for me. You and I are both doing the Wildcat Extra Mile the week after that.
Yes.
Any goals for that? Because that's when we'll have our next show.
Mhm.
So before or the day after that. So we'll end the show with this. Do you have any goals for that one?
13 minutes. I think last year I said my goal was 15. I came in under 13, but I don't think that I can go much faster right now. So 13.
I don't know what my goal would be. I guess come in faster than I did last year. It was 6:27. I think that's right. I don't remember. I think it was 6 minutes, 27 seconds. I'd like to come in faster than that. I went back and listened to some of our episodes. I had a ridiculous goal last year. Didn't I
You
say try
did.
to sub 6 or
Yeah.
something?
Yeah.
That was so stupid. That's not going to happen. I'll just try to beat that time last year. Even if it's by a second, whatever, that's fine. I'll try to beat that time. And that's it. That's the only goal that I have. The I'm not running with the elites. I kind of wish I would, or not because I can't keep up with them, but like they get to go and they get their race like done. And see, I got to wait on the elites. I got to wait on the women to go, and then it's my turn. Like that's a lot of waiting. Like I just want to go out there and do it and then be done. But it's what it is. So yeah, I'll watch the elites and then watch the women go, and then it'll be my turn. All right. My last question: are we going to get? We should go hit up that breakfast spot after because that was pretty nice.
Yes. Yes. And hopefully we get there a little bit earlier this year.
Well, we should if there aren't any timing issues.
Yeah.
Plus, I don't think I'm winning an award or anything like that. I'm not going to get 3 pancakes this time, though. I learned my lesson. They're delicious, but they're way too big.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're out of time. We'll be back next time with a recap on my pacing gigs, Wildcat Extra Mile, and then some. But until then, this is the Tough Runs Don't Last podcast. I'm Graham Powell. That's Michelle. See y'all next time.
See ya.